Yes, you read the thumbnail right. I believe that I have found the next four NVIDIAs. What exactly does that mean? That means that if you had bought NVIDIA 2.5 years ago, you would have paid $29 a share for it, and that is split adjusted. And today it's worth $129, so you would have made 344% on your money. Well, I believe I have found four additional stocks that if you'll buy today, you'll get a similar return, and it will be as a result of adapting to what NVIDIA has brought to the equation relative to artificial intelligence, machine learning, and semiconductors. And as the industry is adjusting to it, as it will need because of the problems that GPUs, NVIDIA's semiconductors, are creating. That is, they're generating more heat, they're requiring more power, and so someone has to step up and say, we can take care of those situations, and I have found four companies. Well, how did I do that? I went to an expert in the industry and said, what is happening? No, I didn't say what is happening. What I did was I sat in on their earnings call and listened to the CEO of AEHR Systems explain to me what he was going to do to adapt to the changes in the semiconductor industry that were going to happen over the next 2.5 years, and what those changes were, and how I could find the companies that were going to facilitate those changes. And after I did and found their earnings and their growth projections in the future, two of them are going to grow at 240% over the next few years. One of them is going to grow at 147, and the other one's going to grow at 365, which is going to surpass what NVIDIA did over the last 2.5 years. Again, this is by learning from the people in the industry by listening to their earnings call. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on AEHR's earnings call, and you're going to listen to the CEO for the next 10 and a half minutes. And at the end of the 10 and a half minutes, you're going to know. You're going to know where you need to invest. You just won't know the companies that you need to invest in. And that's what we'll talk about after you learn what's going to happen in this industry over the next 2.5 years.
Now let me discuss our progress with testing and burning gallium nitride power semiconductors. We continue to be encouraged by this market and believe it will be significant in terms of market size for semiconductors. In addition to its wide adoption in consumer devices such as cell phones, tablets, and laptop computers, gallium nitride is being targeted for use in solar, data centers, and automobiles, whether electric or traditional gasoline automobiles. The critical reliability needs of these target markets appear to be increasingly driving production burn-in requirements. And Air's FOX-P multi-wafer system can deliver both the power and high voltage required to do massive parallel per die and multiple wafer test of gallium nitride devices for a very cost-effective solution. During the quarter, we announced our first order for a FOX wafer level test and burn-in system to be used for gallium nitride devices, and we have a second potential FOX system customer that has been purchasing our WaferPak contactors for their on-site evaluation that we believe is progressing very well. As I've noted before, we're working with several of the GaN suppliers, including the two market leaders, which positions us front and center in this market that we believe is another potential significant growth driver for our wafer level solutions. The test requirements for GaN for full wafer are actually quite different than silicon carbide in terms of technical implementation. However, our FOX platform has been capable of testing these devices with the functionality and flexibility of our unique FOX blade architecture, which allows us to configure the test blade for specific applications with the same infrastructure. This has proven to be very impressive to these customers, as in fact that even they did not understand the implications of testing an entire wafer at very high voltage and the resulting impact on the test schematic due to leakages of their devices. We were able to address this with our channel modules and proprietary custom wafer packs to address the test challenge. And honestly, both Air and our customers were very happy with the flexibility of our systems to do this. We've been told now that burn-in will be required for GaN going into mission-critical applications such as automotive, solar, and some industrial applications, and the amount of burn-in time is still being worked on. Still, this is good news for us, and we feel we're well positioned to capitalize on this opportunity with our solutions in these lead customers. We're also seeing some additional new small and large players engage with us for GaN. We've been seeing consolidation within the industry of smaller key gallium nitride players being acquired by the larger suppliers. So all potential customers are believed to have real potential in the future. Turning to silicon photonics, which are silicon-based semiconductors with integrated photon or light-based transmission of signals within and into and out of the silicon via laser photonic emitters and photonic receivers. We're very excited to have shipped during the quarter and ahead of schedule the first order from a major silicon photonics customer for our new high-power configuration of our Fox XP system for volume production wafer-level burn-in and stabilization of next-generation silicon photonics integrated circuits. This new high-power configuration expands the market opportunities of the Fox XP system and is configured to enable cost-effective volume production test of wafers of next-generation photonic integrated circuits, which are targeted for use in the new optical I/O or co-packaged optics market for chip-to-chip communication. As we discussed before, companies such as AMD, NVIDIA, Intel, TSMC, and Global Foundries have all announced plans for silicon photonics integrated circuits and integration of these in packages with other devices such as CPUs, GPUs, and AI processors. Our Fox wafer-level test and burn-in solution with our proprietary WaferPak full wafer contactors are a great fit for the silicon photonics market. These next-generation silicon photonics-based integrated circuits can require up to 2 to 4 times as much power for full wafer test burn-in and stabilization. Our new Fox production system configuration, which can be used to test and burn in these new optical I/O devices, expands the market opportunity of the Fox XP system even further. In addition, the power and functionality of lasers used to transmit data are critically important to the performance of the communication channel. And Air solutions not only weed out early life failures, but also improve the performance of the device through what the photonics industry refers to as stabilization. During the first day or two of normal operation, the laser output characteristics change in an exponentially decaying manner and must be stabilized until the decaying stops before the final product can be tuned to meet its performance specifications. Air can do this across an entire wafer of fully integrated photonic integrated circuits with embedded or attached laser emitters. Air currently has 6 customers using our systems for production tests of their silicon photonics devices, 5 using our NP and XP systems for wafer level test and burn-in, and 1 using both systems for engineering production burn-in of individual singulated die and modules using our proprietary die packs. While the timing of these devices and volume ramps are not publicly clear, we remain very enthusiastic about the silicon photonics market and are watching this market very closely. We continue to work with some of the leaders in silicon photonics to ensure that we have the products and solutions available to meet their needs for this potentially significant market application. Now on to memory. According to the average of multiple market forecasters in 24, memory semiconductors will make up over 50% of the total semiconductor wafers shipped in the whole world. This is approximately half NAND flash memory and half DRAM. We are making continued progress in our ongoing discussions with multiple memory suppliers. We see the memory market as a significant opportunity for us to deliver wafer-level burn-in solutions to help memory suppliers meet their reliability and quality needs, particularly with stacked die applications. During the next year, we're driving for our first on-wafer benchmark in partnership with a leading NAND supplier using our proprietary WaferPaks and Fox wafer-level test and burn-in system with our new fully automated WaferPak aligner. We see an initial opportunity for test in NAND for solid-state disk drives used in enterprise and data storage, where Air can deliver compelling cost-effectiveness and also weed out infant mortality issues before multiple die are put in a single package. Longer term, we believe DRAM will be a critical target market for our systems, particularly as the percentage of DRAM going into multi-chip modules such as GPUs, CPUs, and AI processors increases. Now I want to spend a minute on the overall artificial intelligence semiconductor market. I've already discussed how we're working with silicon photonics suppliers for their plans at integrating silicon photonics as optical communication transceivers and devices, including AI processors. We also see co-packaged, quote, memory in AI processors as a key driver for wafer-level burn-in of DRAM for these devices. We also see a significant opportunity for the AI processors themselves. Our new high-power Fox system that we discussed for optical I/O semiconductor burn-in, the Fox XP multi-wafer production system we began shipping last month, is the world's highest power per wafer system on the market, and it handles up to 9 wafers at a time, also unprecedented in the industry. This system is capable of testing up to full 300 millimeter wafers of processors, up to several thousand watts of power, and over 2,000 amps of current on each of 9 wafers in parallel. By moving the burn-in from package module or final system form as is done today and move it to wafer level, our customers can achieve enormous savings related to yield loss of modules with up to hundreds of other devices or chiplets in the same module, or in the case of system level test, the cost of the WIP inventory, and yield loss of infrastructure of the system surrounding these modules or chips. The wafer-level burn-in challenges we're working on include putting extremely high currents onto the wafer without damaging the wafer or the contactor, thermal management of the high-power devices with very high leakage currents associated with the high burn-in temperatures we can apply, and automation and handling of these very expensive wafers built on the most state-of-the-art logic process geometries in the world. Stay tuned to hear more about this exciting new application for our products over the next several months. And lastly, I want to discuss our wafer packs, which are basically the consumable that accompanies and is required with all of our FOX wafer-level test and burn-in systems. We continue to be very pleased with the continued stream of new designs for wafer packs. Our new design volume has almost doubled this year compared to last year, as we're seeing more and more designs spanning silicon carbide, GaN, silicon photonics, and other applications. As a result, our customers are buying additional wafer pack contactors for these new designs, highlighting the recurring revenue part of our business. As we've noted before, our proprietary WaferPak contactors are needed with our FOX wafer-level test and burn-in systems to make contact with the individual die on the wafer and are designed specifically for a given device. As our customers win new designs from their customers, Aehr eventually secures orders for new WaferPaks to fulfill these new wins. With each new design, our customers will need enough new WaferPaks to meet the volume production capacity need for those new devices. Our WaferPaks will be greater than 50% of our total revenues this fiscal year, which is fantastic and underscores the business model that allows us to grow both from added capacity from our FOX systems, but also with WaferPaks to serve an ever-increasing installed base. To conclude, as we head toward the start of fiscal 25 on June 1st, we're very encouraged and optimistic about our increasing engagements and the long-term growth opportunities of all these markets, and are excited to continue on our path of becoming the world standard for wafer-level test and burn-in for the semiconductor industry.
Well, there you have it. That's how I found the next 4 NVIDIA stocks. I listened to the AEHR CEO explained how he was going to have to adapt his company to take advantage of gallium nitrate, which is going to be introduced to the wafers, and he needs to be able to burn test them. He is also telling me that as a result of the GPUs coming into play, they're going to be switching to photonics. So I know the companies that produce the photonics will be in the play for big growers. And then he tells me that 50% of his burn will be in the area of memory. So all I need to do is find the stocks in addition to AEHR, which I'm projecting will grow by 240% over the next 2.5 years. I need to find the company that's going to provide the gallium nitrate, which I have found, and then I have to find the company that is going to provide the photonics in the future, and I have found them, and then I need to identify the memory companies. So it's that easy. You just need to go to the people who have the knowledge, and you ask them to share it with you, and they don't really share it with me, but they share it with the analysts on their earnings call, and I just listen in. So that's what I'd suspect you do. Go find the call, listen in, and then go do your research, find out who the gallium nitrate, who the photonics, and who the memory companies are, who are projecting that their growth is going to be in excess of probably 40% per year over the next 2.5 years to achieve the 240 to 363%. You can do that, or you can come to my cheat sheet. And it's free. You just come and to the website, sign up for the 14-day free trial, look at the cheat sheet. You'll find the stocks, and you'll find more than these 4 that are going to give you exponential growth as we adapt to what actually NVIDIA has forced upon us. We want AI, we want machine learning. NVIDIA is providing it. But some changes are going to have to be made, and I'm inviting you to benefit off of those changes. I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm a retired financial advisor. I'm a stock picker.